In this video, I will speak about the light debugger, but it will be a very simple introduction, so it will not be too long. But first, when you have your lighting, you think it's ready, always good to check the baked light map. Of course, if you did the baking, so which is normally the case when you do indoor lighting. So first thing, you go here in this kind of bug, so like debugger, and you can check the baked light map. Okay, so when you check it, it could be super dark, super bright. You just adjust this exposure. To adjust it will not change your lighting. It's just for you to see better this light map. Okay, so try to have something like that, and you will see if there are some problem. Okay, so I already spoke about that in the other video about indoor lighting and how to improve your global illumination, so you can watch it. So this is the first thing to do. By default, there is this option. Okay, you can see the shaker. I don't know if you can see very well because my shaker is very small, but this one is good when you see something wrong on your uh, light map. You display the UVs and you see with your UVs perhaps if there is a stretching of your UVs. Okay, so this is the first thing to check. Be sure everything look like that. This object here, problem here, problem here, problem here. This one is full black, should not. Okay. So the other thing you can check with this debugger, here we have different options. Directional, that you don't need it. Shadow mask, you don't need it. Albedo could be interesting. It will just display all your object flat and you will see only their color. Okay, so here you see my object, most of them are black, white, gray, or some, just 2 or 3 have a texture. Okay, so that it's to check the albedo. You have emissive if you have emissive shader. UV chart you don't need. Texel validity is important. Sometimes we see that there is a very messy light map. So for example, this is the case here. You see near the window, it's messy. So we should check the UVs, see if they are not good. But if the UVs are good, you check the texel validity. And this texel validity here will tell you if there are some problem in your scene. Okay. And here the problem apparently, so it's where when this is red. When you have texel validity problem, it means there is an object near this object that don't have the normal in the good direction. Okay, so if you want more details about that, you can check in Discord. There is a video about texel validity. Okay, but in my scene, besides the window, the rest is pretty good. Okay, so what else? UV overlap, no need. Light map indices, we don't need. Light overmap, no need. The last thing is that contributor receiver, it could be very helpful. For example, here we have 2 different color of object. We see the green one, the legend is here. It will resave, all these green objects will resave and contribute to the light map. Here, the red one, orange one, sorry, resave the global illumination only, but they don't contribute to it. So typically, so they are using the light props. So that this is what you will use when you have animated object. Okay. Okay, so that's all. We can go back to this view. Okay, and here, if I click here and I go in rendering debugger, so it will open this debugger. A lot of things that you can check, but that it's really a bit advanced. So I will just move this debugger here and show you just a few things that sometimes I'm using. So I will go to lighting. In lighting, there are some filter, like for example, you want to display only the directional light. So this is the sun. Okay, or only the punctual light. So this is this lights. Okay. area light, I don't have reflection probe, I need it. Okay, so here you will be able to select, for example, diffuse, and it will show you only the diffuse of your scene. Okay, so some objects are very dark here because they have just zero diffuse. When you are with diffuse, which give you good overview of your lighting, there is something you can do. It's why not the albedo here, you will activate it. So what does it mean? It will replace all your texture by this color. So I can see my scene just with one shader, white shader everywhere, and it allows me to see if there are problems in my lighting. Because sometimes when you have your scene with a lot of texture everywhere, it's difficult to analyze the lighting. So we like to do that. Another thing you can do, sometimes you have an object very shiny, so it doesn't help to analyze your lighting. So you override also the smoothness and you put it, for example, to 0. In my case, it doesn't really help. These two are very interesting. Um, what else can we check? For example, here we have the diffuse lighting. So you can see, for example, the specular lighting. So here it will show you all the specularity of your scene. Okay, so it allows you to see what are the shiny objects. What else we have? For example, reflection lighting. So it will show you also what objects are reflective. Okay, not only specular but reflection. So here, yeah, we see all these metallic objects. So that's all. Here, yeah, I have to go back to a normal parameter. Explore more if you want, of course, but these 2 or 3 options will allow you to have a better understanding of your lighting, especially if you have a problem with your lighting. Thank you.